Okay guys, hello everyone, my name is Igor and I will be your host today. We will be showcasing Taravana. It's a brand new game we have been working on for the past year or so, maybe a bit more than that. And without further ado, I welcome you on the base, which is Underwater X spacecraft that has landed into the ocean after the huge cataclysm of extraterrestrial origin. And basically people who live here are survivors who were either on this ship itself or they were able to locate it afterwards. And basically what you do is you are trying to survive under the water and scavenge stuff to rebuild the humankind. And first thing we see is an random encounter, which you don't really know what will happen next. It can be something good or something bad, no one knows. So here goes something or nothing. This time we were lucky and nothing really bad happened, so we'll continue with our quest. And what we have here is a global map, and as you can see, nothing really happens right now, but there are certain instruments you can use here to understand where is safe and where is not. For example, when we travel in the upper layers of the ocean, we can get some bad rats that will make us feel really bad if we catch too much of them. They're located, the indicator of radiation is upper right corner of the screen, and we have just found some vegan plankton. And this is generally not very strong enemy because it's one of the starting mobs we have here, and there are a few ways to fight with it. And you can pick from melee, ranged, or a mix of those. So let's just pick ranged and just kill it because, like, why not? We can do this. And hooray, this is our first victory. And it's not really fun to just swim in the upper layers of the ocean, and this is why we are going deeper than that. As you can see, we have some tips being shown during our dives, and this is our next creature we are fighting with. It's kind of adorable, but I wouldn't suggest you to be confused and fooled with it, because they can be really nasty sometimes. Let's try melee. As you can see, they have some really nasty teeth and funny death animation. I promise that a bit later we will get some more interesting mobs to fight with, because we're still quite not that deep, and we will continue with our quest of exploration of the ocean. One of the good things about Taravana is that it is available on Android devices and also on iOS. And you can find the links for download those versions of the game in the guide, which can be found in the community hub. Or maybe you can ask someone in the chat section, they will help you out. As you can see, mobs can be really bizarre and twisted. This one has some coil inside of its skull and vertical mouth with teeth. I wouldn't be really pleased to meet this guy in the dark corners, but well, this happens sometimes. And by the way, this is young jellyfish. And one of the things you should pay attention to is what kind of the creature it is, ranged or melee. If it's ranged, then you would want to attack it with melee weapons. This way you will have more chances to actually like make some damage to it. Because melee fighters, like ranged fighters, they are not too good when it comes to melee fighting, which makes sense. And we continue with our quest. One of the other things that you should pay attention to is the oxygen level, which is located in the lower right corner of the screen. We have quite a lot of oxygen at the moment, so it's not a real issue. And the other thing is the amount of oil you have, like the fuel. We have nasty looking walrus. And just to demonstrate other things you can do during combat is you can try and hide from enemies. This can be useful sometimes when it comes to fighting with really strong ones, and sometimes you can get short on your armor situation. Like at the moment we're doing quite well, and it's not something that we should be worried about, but generally this is one of the things you would want to consider when fighting, because you can easily die with low... Oh, we have someone new approaching us. As you can see, we don't know yet what kind of creature it is, and that's why we are not... we don't know what are the stats, we don't know anything. So let's just pick the mixed melee and ranged attack and see what happens. Well, currently I'm too powerful for these guys, so this is quite easy at the moment. But eventually we will get to enemies that are much more tougher than this one. For example, as you can see, we have some really nasty looking hammerhead shark, the boss, and we have quite a few of those. These are like really nasty creatures that can't be killed in one shot. So this is something that... And also when you discover new cells of the ocean, there is a little nice bonus. You can collect gold, which is something that you can spend on premium stuff. So yeah. And by the way, at the moment we have 106 viewers, which is really nice result. I'm really happy with it. And yeah. Welcome everyone. This is Taravana, and we're exploring the ocean at the moment. To speed up the travel times, we can use fuel, just like I did at the moment. And hello, Raintrix. Raintrix? Yeah. Titans are like raid bosses in other games. Yeah, they're kinda like that, so you got the correct idea. Yeah, and you can fight them with your friends, because Taravana is a multiplayer game, and you can attack those titans, like give it a few tries, and when it's dead, everyone who participated will have a good reward based on the damage they have done to the creature. Okay, let's continue. So one of the cool things about the game is that there is player versus player mode, and if you get killed by other player, you can set a bounty for other players to collect, and you can set a certain amount of money you are willing to pay for somebody to kill someone who killed you, which is a nice thing when it's when the world has ended. Okay, we have found some really nasty looking creature, which is we don't know what it is yet, and just to give you a better idea on the creatures inside the game, there is a book of creatures that you find during your travels. And to add a creature here, you have to defeat it. Until it's not defeated, you can't add it here. And we will get back to the creatures a bit later, because there is a whole mechanic that is dedicated to it, and it's quite interesting and useful. So let's try and kill this really nasty looking creature. As you can see, I wasn't able to one punch kill him with one punch or one hit, whatever, and he has given me some hard times, but I'm quite sure we will kill it. 132 viewers at the moment, and we're continuing with our quest of exploring the really nasty looking ocean. As you can see, we have radiation in the upper layers. We have like this zone, the green zone, is generally the zone I'm quite comfortable when I'm traveling at the moment, because I have this Ichti, which is our way to call really advanced diving suits, and it is quite powerful. One of the other things I have here is filter, which helps me fight radiation. I have vaporizer, which is a ranged weapon, and it is quite tough as well. This baby here helps me with fuel regeneration, which is a really helpful thing, because you can end up without any fuel, and there is no good ending for this story unless someone trades you fuel or you are able to regenerate it. This baby here is in a piece of armor that helps you during the battles and give you some extra protection. Yeah, please ask any questions in the chat section. We have the whole team here to answer your questions, so don't be shy. We're a really friendly bunch of people, and we don't mind to answer a few questions if you have any. So yeah, we can speed up the travel and use fuel for it. And sometimes this is not a really good idea. Okay, what we have here is a dungeon, which is can be quite dangerous and beautiful at the same time. The cool thing about dungeons is that you are not able to emergency go back to the surface really fast. I will show this mechanic a bit later. And because you're inside the cave, there is only one way, and this way is forward. And unless you do that, you will die. Yeah, we have some really sinister looking creature over here. And yeah, I'm sure it's been asked before, but since this is my first time viewing this stream, what gave you guys the idea to build a game like this? Okay, I think that we will have someone to give you a really nice answer there, and I will concentrate on fighting the creature, which might give me some bad times. Some people say that this game looks quite similar to Subnautica. It has some similar things, but like the setting or the thing that the spaceship crashed into the ocean. But basically, this is where the similarities ends. So yeah, this is quite original, and this is a really nice, really good news, because when we will get back to the base, this will give us some new interesting opportunities that I will tell you about a bit later. Okay, so as you can see, we have quite a lot of art that was made specifically for this game, and we have a big in-house artist department, and they are doing their best to make this game look really, really nice. So this is what we are doing. And this game is available on Android and iOS and can be downloaded right now. So like it's on Steam as well, and it's the very same game. minus a few minor changes because we're not able to introduce everything that Steam offers people usually, like achievements and some other things. This is what we plan to do in the future if there is a demand and people show some interest in this title. But when the Steam Summer Fest will end, you will still be able to play the game on your Android or Apple device, and you will be able to use crossplay opportunities between PC version and mobile versions. Oh, this one looks really tough. This is one of the mutated sharks, and I don't know what exactly type of attacks it does, so I'll just go with the ranged, because usually this is a good way to kill creatures like that. 127 viewers, and I'm quite proud that we were able to collect some crowd over here, because we have put quite a few efforts into making all this thing possible. This was a jackhammerhead shark, and I'm quite happy we were able to survive. When you are finished with the dungeon, you are provided with a certain reward. This can be some drugs, like medicine that you can use to improve your... Oh, not so fast. We still have to defeat these guys. So as you have were able to witness so far, we have lots and lots of really originally looking mobs inside our game, and basically we are the full potential, and there is lots of content inside, but there are still some things that we would want to polish before it gets to public. So I really hope this is one last step till the dungeon ends, because I don't feel too comfortable when I don't have too much options with the monsters. Like, I cannot hide, I cannot emergency surface. Yay, we have some rewards. We got XP. This thing is police scanner, which allows one player to locate other player for player versus player options. And this is some kind of plutonium. Yeah, why not? This is a post-apocalyptic dystopian world, so why don't pick some plutonium and bring it back to the base for everyone, for everyone's amusement. Okay, so I guess we might want to get back to the base and give you some extra look at other features that it offers. And while we are traveling, there are some sneak peeks at achievements and perks. Also, when someone will kill me, which probably won't happen throughout this stream, I will be able to put a bounty on them. So yeah. I can speed up, use 7 points of fuel, because Whoa! Some sinister music playing at the moment, and it is really quite fitting. This shark looks really nasty, so I will try and avoid it. We use this button over here to try and hide. Well, I failed to hide. As you can see, as a character, I have certain stats which add some RPG layer to the game, and for me to succeed with hiding, I need to bring up one of my stats to a certain level. And what I'm doing right now, I'm using emergency surface button, and the thing about it is that it helps me to get to the surface of the ocean really fast, but as you can see, the general amount of fuel I had is now dramatically decreased. So I found myself in the upper layer of the ocean. It's heavily irradiated, and oh, some gold over here, nice. and I don't generally want to spend too much time here. Thank God I have some Girat pills that will help me if I have too much rats, and honestly I will use them right now because you never know what will happen next, and generally it's a good idea to keep yourself. Okay, what's going on? I see my name in the chat. Oh, yes, sure. I will tell more stuff about camps when we're at the base. So please be be patient. we're getting there. So yeah, we have some ashes in the ocean, and what goes? Will we find something useful there? Not really. We just lost quite a lot of oxygen in our tanks, but thank God I'm in the upper layers of the ocean, so that's not a big issue. And I guess this is something that our dev team should take notice, because finding this kind of random encounter in the upper layers doesn't make too much sense. Yeah. Okay. So this one is oyster, and it's not too tough, so I will just kill it really easily and won't bother too much with it. And as you can see, after each victory I get the general results with what loot I was able to collect, and how much experience I got, and all these kind of things. Yeah. So we're getting slowly to the base. It will take a few more moments. Okay, another random encounter. And, well, let's see what it holds for us. Thank God, nothing that will kill us instantly. So we can continue with our travel to the base. We'll speed up it a little bit. Okay, so yeah, we have a little seal that is trying to make it. Okay, so whenever I will find another random encounter, I will stop. Okay, so okay. And I was asked to stop for some reason. Okay, what should I check? What do you want me to check? Okay, so basically, what things we have here? Wow, I'm under attack. That's a surprise. Let's see what happens. Oh, thank you, Iris. I just got killed by some other player. Which, this is what happens when one player gets an opportunity to stalk other player in certain cell. So yeah, I just got killed by some other really nasty player. This wasn't my plan. I wanted to do it a bit later into the game, but hey, who am I to disagree? So yeah, I just got killed. And yeah, when you get back to base, you lose some stuff when you die, but at the same time you get something with you. Basically how it works, you are being brought up. Okay. I just got a tutorial that is telling me to try a new mechanic for bounty. And since I'm quite rich, because, okay, as you can see, too much numbers get mess the user interface a bit. Okay, I won't give you too much money for this, but I guess 10k would be enough for someone to get interested. And maybe, well, yeah, someone will be interested in killing Iris for me. Okay, so, yeah. I'm now able to collect some stuff since I have completed some daily tasks. and all these ingredients, they make sense, and you don't want to spend them or sell them mindlessly. So yeah, there is a use for almost everything you can find. And as we have received a new level, we can get back to upgrading stats of our character. As you can see, we have 4 stats, which you can see on the screen, and all of them have a certain goal. So social skills, one of the main goals behind it is to reduce the cost of basically everything. Goods in the shops, how much you have to spend to boost your other stats. Strength is logically used for melee battles, and agility helps you hide, and accuracy is good when it comes to ranged attacks. I may be simplifying things a bit, but this is like the basic information. So do you remember I was telling you about mobs and why would you want to research them and kill them? Is this little bugger over here. It's your pet. You get it when you get to level 6, and you can use DNA from creatures. Like, for example, I have killed all guppy type of fish and rainbow fish, and this allowed me to get their DNA. I did the same thing to hippocampus, and voila, I have their DNA to fiddle with. So yeah, I have used it to boost my pet, and what it does, it gives me boost to my character instead. So this is a little help for anyone who is out there. And as a little perk, you can clean up after your pet and get some valuable stuff in return. Yeah. So there are quite a few levels to the pet, and it evolves and changes the way it looks. And the more advanced creatures you're able to kill, the better DNA you get, which gives you better perks. So this is something to look forward to. And now for one of the most pleasant parts is we're going to shop, and we're going to acquire a really top Ichti suit. Like we have descriptions for everything, so don't be confused with the fact that this game is available on mobile platforms. It is full of everything that makes it a worthy game on PC as well. So yeah. Don't hesitate to play it. So yeah, since I had a little help from my team and I have all the money in the world, I can afford myself a really nice looking suit. And as you can see, we have a bunch of them. So when you start out, you get the simplest ones, and as you progress, you get better and better. Some of them have only melee weapons you can use. Some of them have only ranged. So yeah, this depends on your style of gaming and how do you prefer to approach creatures. And let's take a look at the weapons. And I don't see anything new I can buy for my newly acquired 17th level. So I will change my suit. I have acquired some of them previously. This is Novichok suit. This is the easiest one, like the simplest one, and you get it when you start the game. It doesn't allow you to go deep, but you can repair it for free, so it makes sense. You can also repair your suits for free. It takes time, but it's free. So yeah, you can't be too picky when it comes to free things. Yeah. So what I'm doing now, I'm putting back all the modules that were equipped on my old suit, and yeah, some red filters wouldn't hurt. And as you can see, last time I was in the ocean, I got my stuff damaged, so it's a good idea to repair it, which I did, and now it looks good. And one other thing you should know about is craft. We have quite a lot of things you can craft over here, and they affect different aspects of the game. You can craft repair kits to fix your suit on the go while you're in the ocean, and you can boost your stats, accuracy, agility, everything except social skill, because, well, you can't boost that unless you're experiencing some sort of magic. Yeah, you can use this item over here to go deeper when than your suit allows you to. This is not an issue with my current suit because it's quite powerful. These pills are used commonly to bring your red level to the level when you can survive. So yeah, let's just craft something for the sake of it. I don't have this ingredient over here, so I can't do anything with it. Let's craft some medicine. The one that doesn't give you any bad effects, just pure action. You might want to be careful with the medicine, because if you take too much, it might cause addiction. So don't try to repeat this at home. It's a wise choice to use medicine before you go into the ocean, because this way you don't have to worry about anything while you're traveling. So, like a rule of thumb is to have some kit to repair yourself on the go, and have some D-rats, and, well, maybe some drugs as well, maybe just in case. So what we will do now is we're going to fight the Titan, which is a really tough creature, and I won't be able to kill it in one go, but we are here to entertain. Currently we have 137 viewers. Hello everyone who just joined. I will try to scroll the chat to bottom to see some new comments, just in case. Yeah, these guys over here, they are quite weak, so no big issue here. As you can see, every medicine I just injected is now showing on the main screen, and you can also have like negative effects, and if you have them, they will show here as well. And here we have Titan, a notification that reminds us that Titan is it's a time-limited event, so you would want to get there in timely manner. This thing here shows that I have a fuel regenerator in place, and it will help me to stay safe in the ocean in terms of fuel, because when you're out of fuel, there is nothing good about it. We have another creature that is some sort of clam, and we will easily defeat it. As you can see, currently battle mechanics are somewhat simple, but we are looking into make them more sophisticated and interesting. What I'm doing right now, I would want to go to the 100 depth, like 100 meters deeper, because this way I will be able to avoid radiated layers of the ocean, which are upper layers. And yeah, this is what I'm going to do at the moment. As you can see, as you get deeper into the ocean, the background changes, and so do the creatures you fight with. They get stronger, fiercer, and more bloodthirsty, so yeah. At the moment, there is nothing I should be worried about, because I'm still not too far away from the base and not too deep. So let's get on with it. I will speed up our progress a bit, and one of the things I will be able to showcase you later. As you can see, I have already invested some time into researching this creature, and some of these his stats are available for me, so I know what's the damage rate, critical chance, and other stuff. But I don't know what loot I can get from it usually, and what is the special loot. So this is something I will be able to know later in the game, when I use some time to research it better. So yeah, what I was going to show you is that each cell has a certain array of creatures. And when you meet those, less question marks are there. They are replaced with certain types of creature. And you can also see the areas where they dwell. For example, this mutated turtle lives here, so we have some good chances to stumble upon it on our way to the Titan, which is our smart way to call a boss. Yeah, welcome everyone. If you just joined, we're happy to see you here. This is Taravana, a murky dystopian roguelite with different injections of horror elements, RPG, and whatnot. Yeah. And we are on our way to Titan, which is nothing like these creatures I am fighting at the moment. It is tough, it is mean, and usually you never win in one go. So we are on our way for Titan, and we want to find new creatures to fight with, more powerful ones, and the ones that I wouldn't be able to kill with one punch, so to speak. These buttons over here are not doing much at the moment. Usually when you press this button on your phone, you are going to our Discord, but later we will replace it with in-game chat. Okay, so what we have here is the quest giver, and he wants us to find specific type of resources, which we will gladly accept. And yeah, whenever we have some, we will go and back to the base, and the quest will be completed. You can pin quests over here, as you can see. Yeah, one of the quests is to actually set a bounty in the pub, which I thought I did, but seems like I didn't in the end. Yeah, so while you are traveling, you can spend some time and research creatures, read their background, and try to plan your further activities. This is one of the random encounters you get, and you can get either neutral outcome, a positive one, or negative one, and you never know which one you get. This one is a negative one. As I have mentioned before, you can get debuffs to your stats, and this is one of those. It makes my strength a little bit less good than it was before, so yeah. But anyway, I have injected quite a few chems inside my system, so this is not going to be a real problem. And we are continuing with our quest. The game provides different useful tips while you're traveling from one ocean cell to another one. So you can get some... Okay, we have just found a really nasty looking three-headed turtle. And I'm quite sure it has some real-life prototypes from myths or fairy tales. So let's see what it can do to us. Oh, it attacks us with some kind of fire, which is quite nasty, but we can still show it who is the boss. It is called Trionyx. I suppose it got this name because it has three heads, but I must be mistaken. Might be or not. We're getting closer to the Titan, and to make things a little bit more interesting, we're getting deeper, which means tougher enemies. As you can see, you have some inventory over here, and you can read stuff about all the items, why you need them, how useful they can be. Okay, we just stumbled upon some ancient looking submarine. What it brings to us. And this time we have some positive outcome. We have some oxygen, some extra oxygen for us, and yeah, we have some explanation about Trionyx in the chat section, so don't be shy, participate in chat. And we have some dev team members over there for your amusement, so don't be shy, ask questions. And if I will be too occupied with the game itself, the guys will certainly help you out with answering. So, as I mentioned before, this game offers you crossplay between PC, Android and iOS, so pay attention to this. You will be able to play it right now if you want. And if you will find me in the ocean, you can try to fight with me. Okay, I have another debuff, and yeah, I have a collection over here. Well, ocean is no safe place to be, so there is nothing really surprising about that. We continue on our quest to fight the Titan, and I really hope we get there sooner than later. As you can see, there is a bunch of avatars you can pick from. We will add some more in the future. Yeah. So what's with these rocky cliffs? What's going on here? Okay, I have some really bad news. We just lost 71 points of fuel, and as you can see, we still have some, and this is not like a real issue, but it can be on our way back. So yeah, you should always pay attention to the amounts of rats you have, what is the situation with your suit, how much oxygen you have inside of your tanks, and of course fuel. It's these four things that will keep you living longer than less lucky and survivors who don't pay attention to such things. Okay, so what's with this dolphin? And yeah, we have another leakage of fuel, and with this rate we are going to be out of fuel in no time. But I really hope this butchery will end sooner than later. Yeah, and I'm not helping. Okay, we have some. Our artist thought that it would be a really sweet idea to actually install a saw, like mechanical saw, moving saw inside a creature like that. So I'm quite sure it uses melee attacks to fight. So I will pick range attacks to kill it, and let's see how it goes. As you see, the combat is turn-based, but at this moment you pick the way you fight at the very beginning, and this is how the whole battle goes. We are working on improving this combat situation at the moment, and eventually it will be improved and be more interesting and responsive to Yeah, give the best guess what's the name of the creature. We will know soon enough. And by the way, if you don't want to wait too long, you can always press the button and view fight results. When the battle takes too much time, this is the way you can save some time. Because, okay, chainsaw fish. I think that there wasn't too many ideas about how exactly we should name it, and we just give it the most something that was on our mind. So we're almost there. We have almost reached Titan, and let's see how it goes. This is something that we have added just recently, so it's a brand new mechanic, and we're working towards introducing more multiplayer and co-op things into the game, so you'll have more reasons to play it with your friends and other players that interact with each other. Okay, we have some bot over here that actually gives us the quest to fight the tiger shark, the boss. And as you can see, we have 3 energy points that we can use to fight the creature, and let's see how it goes. Okay, this looks really nasty, and I don't know how this fight will go, but I'm quite sure that it will just destroy us. But who am I? Let's try and fight it. Let's see what special attacks it have. Currently it has a really basic melee attacks. They are quite powerful and they will smash me in no time. You pay attention to the amount of durability I have, and it goes less and less, and I will be dead quite soon. But don't be too sad about this. It doesn't mean that you get killed and this event ends for you. There will be a little surprise after this happens, like a little bonus, I would say, that will cheer you up a little bit. So we were able to make this creature suffer a little bit, and basically we made around 630 points of damage. And what this robot does, it revives us and gives us more ways and more opportunities to fight the Titan. So I have like 3 energy points to fight the Titan, and this time we will try and use combined strategy of melee and ranged weapons. I don't think that it will make much difference in this battle, and we will probably die miserably just the same way we did a few minutes ago. So I will just skip this to the results screen, and as you can see, the amount of damage I was able to produce increased, and I also see that we have 163 people watching the stream, which is super news. Thank you guys. I'm really thankful to everyone who watched us. And well, basically you got the idea of how the Titans work, and we will end this quickly, not to bug you too much with it. This time we'll just use melee and get killed far easier, because this creature fights melee, and yeah. Okay, so we are out of energy. We can use premium currency to get some attacks, but we won't do this at the moment. And I think it's a good time to explore ocean further. So let's go into the upper layers of the ocean and see what goes there. As you can see here, you can experience all the stats for my suit, for your suit, whichever you are wearing at the moment, so you can see what goes on and how well you are or not. Okay, this is something that looks quite familiar, and thank God nothing bad happened here, so we won't focus too much on this. Okay. I have an advice of going deeper, so this is what I'm going to do. I will just move a little bit to the right, and from then on I will go deeper to explore the unspoken horrors of the post-apocalyptic ocean. So for those of you guys who don't really know what this game is all about, this game is set underwater, which is quite logical to assume. But why it is so? Because basically humankind was swiped from the surface with all kinds of catastrophes and cataclysms, like volcanoes erupted at the same time, asteroids fell from the skies, spaceships fell from the skies, and one of these spaceship was able to survive the crash, and it is basically used for people who were able to flee the land. Okay, I'm not really sure what I'm looking at. Is this an anchor incorporated inside? This is quite something. Okay, so let's try and hide from this little bugger. Okay, this time I succeeded. So let's go deeper and see what we can find there. The amount of fuel I have reduces with each step I take. Okay, you will totally love this one, I guarantee you. You have no idea what will happen now. I know. So, yay! This little bugger have a really big mouth, and yeah, it will usually give a really bad day to anyone who will be unlucky enough to stumble upon it during the earlier days of the development of their character. Don't even try to fight it with a really, as you can see, it damaged my suit so many times. I'm not really sure I ever saw a result like that before. So yeah, this is getting a little bit ridiculous, but we can still be a winner in this situation. But I think just for the sake of it, we will introduce some fixing. As you can see, while you're into the ocean, in the ocean, you can use cams to add some strength or any to boost one of your stats. And but the thing is that the number of the slots you're able to equip yourself with is limited, so you have to be really careful with things you bring with yourself. What I see here is that we have reached the bottom, and so I will have to move over here or over there. I will pick this direction because I just have a sense that something really interesting waits for us there, so let's do that. Yep. So what else can be done here? You can see the stats of your suit, what is the current situation with your oxygen level and whatnot. So pay attention to this screen once in a while. As you can see, there is some really interesting looking creature in the background, and I just really hope it won't attack. In fact, it gave me some buff to accuracy, which is always welcome. And the background of the ocean changes based on where you are. So since we have reached the bottom, we see the bottom. It makes sense. Hello, Elf Reed. Really pleased to meet you here. basically we're really happy to see anyone, and we also have Discord, and I will ask my teammates to post a link in the chat section, so if anyone of you guys would really would like to join our community and ask more questions when we are finished with the stream, this is the way to go. Okay, what we are experiencing here is it's not a human, it's a robot which actually uses a similar suit we do, like humans, but for some reason it went nuts and now it attacks other people. And it is powered by artificial intelligence, and it is some kind of a mystery who built those and what is their purpose. This is something that is probably going to be revealed at some point in the game, but you will have to play it to know more. We have actually some background, like lore, for this game that have been developed for some time, so it has some backstory, it has some text to read, so if you're into it, if you are old school, if you like to read, you can read. If you don't like to read, you're not really forced to, but this is something that we pay attention to and try to put some pieces of black humor here and there. Yeah, so enjoy it while it lasts. Okay, so my goal here is to go deeper over there to collecting some gold. Don't forget to collect gold. It will help you buy some advanced stuff for your suit and to buy okay, another one. This one looks even nastier than the previous one. I'm quite sure we will be able to defeat it, but as you can see, the durability of my armor is almost quarter of what it used to be before, so yeah. As you can see, I have a really nice mug over here, which has Wild Boy, which looks like One Punch Man from the anime and manga, if you're into things like that. Yeah, never mind me. I like to watch different stuff in my free time. Okay, so let's see what goes. We were able to defeat this guy, as we always do, because we are powerful, but as you can see, we are almost done. Our suit is almost destroyed, and we were able to defeat more creatures, but at the same time they were quite powerful, and yeah, they have made a few holes in our bodies, so to speak. Yeah, I was given a look at the avatars you can pick. Also, they are available in on Steam. If you join the group chat, you can pick one of those for your amusement. Just in case, if you're into things like that. I would really want to... okay, what's here? Another submarine. Let's see what it gives us. Thank God, nothing really out of ordinary here. So we can continue with our quest, and eventually we have reached a place where we can go deeper again. So no more bottom line over here. Okay, so as you can see, there are some tips for you to get a better understanding of how things work inside the game, and they are being provided in the little intermediates between the... Okay, I see more people joining the stream. I see Slava. I have a suspicion that I know this person, but I might be mistaken. Anyway, we are happy to see everyone here. And yeah, as we go deeper into the ocean, the background gets darker and darker, which makes sense. So let's continue with our quest for the diving quest for the tougher monsters and other dangers. Here you can see that a free repair concept is explained, and we also have some really nice music playing in the background. So we're still working on the original soundtrack, trying different things. Okay, hi Slava. Okay, this one will be quite tough, and I will enter it and I will probably die inside. Yeah, this is why caves are dangerous, because if you go there unprepared, there is a really good chance you're going to die. But your body is being replicated on the base, you lose some resources you were able to loot, but at the same time, well, the people who don't take risks, they don't gain much. Well, yes, there are some items you can use for battle, and as I expected, I got killed, and I have lost some of the loot I was able to collect so far, and I get a one-way ticket to the base at the moment. Like, no mines, but you can boost yourself with chems and drugs and medicine. Okay, so yeah, we're getting back to the pub, and we were able to complete one of the quests. We have quite a few quests, some of those are daily tasks. This way you are able to improve your situation with the experience, and you need experience to level up. And let's take a look at bounties again. So I was trying to make a... Okay, let's do this. For some reason it doesn't work for me at the moment. Not really sure why, but this is something for our dev team to take a notice of. What I was going to introduce you to is the list of players who play the game and are brave enough to challenge each other in player versus player battles. As you can see, when you get to the top, when the season ends, you can get rewards. You get premium currency for the first, second, and the third place, and you have less great awards for not that great places. Yeah, this is one other way to earn stuff for yourself. So yeah, guild is something that we'll introduce a bit later, and in the med lab you have a pet, and we can feed it, something that I didn't show before. And when it gets a certain amount of food, it levels up just as you. And as you can see, I don't have much left at the moment, like the resources that can be used for feeding this animal that is always hungry for more. So what I'm doing at the moment, I'm buying stuff that it actually eats, and it eats all kinds of crazy stuff like plastic. We do recycle on the base, we're responsible. Even though the civilization ended, we still try to be humans over here. So yeah, I have managed to get some more. Okay, how much else? So we're almost there. As you can see, we still need around 14 pieces of steel, and when you want to refresh the what you have in the store, you can use premium currency, or you just can wait, like most of us do. And we can get a little bit more ferrum over here, and let's do another run, and let's get another. And as you could remember, there was a quest for titanium. Let's buy some and give it to the quest giver. Let's see if it's still, yep, I can complete the quest. Yep. Good. Complete research of all jellyfish-like monster in bestiary. Well, I will jump back to it a little bit later, and currently I want to fiddle with my pet a little bit, so to speak. Okay, this time I was able to upgrade my pet, and it looks bigger and nastier. And what happened right now, I got an extra slot for DNA. And how exactly we can get new DNA is by researching the creatures we have fought previously. So basically at the moment I can't complete the quest with the jellyfishes because I haven't discovered the third one, but I can research the other ones, and this one is in progress. I can speed it up a bit to save some time, and this will take some time, and I won't bother you with the whole process because it might not be too interesting for for doing so. And we can also demonstrate the free repair mechanics. You can speed up the process here as well, and the time you spend on fixing your suit depends on how much it was damaged during your dive. And there is another way you can fix it. It might be a cheaper way, is by building repair kits inside the craft facility, which is something that I'm going to do right now. I'm going to create a few kits, or maybe just one. Let's take a look at if I can repair a few more, and let's go and fix my current suit with it. As you can see, the current situation is really not that great. We have 0 out of maximum, so I am just adding a little bit durability over here. And generally, since you can use these kits to upgrade, to fix your suit a bit, they can be built using resources you can scavenge during your dives. This can reduce the total price of the whole repairing process. So don't hesitate to craft stuff, and don't forget to upgrade yourself whenever you have when you have such an opportunity. And basically, when you progress with the game, you get perks, and you get them for all kinds of stuff, and you also get achievements that I suppose will end up on Steam at some point, and you get some rewards for claiming them. One of the other cool things is that you can actually pin quests to the main site, to the main screen of the base, and they will appear or disappear based on your actions. So you can see that there is a quest over here. And also we have a mailing center that is used for us to contact the players, and maybe it will be used for players to contact each other. And I guess that I really want to showcase you one last thing before we go, and so let's get back to the ocean. Oh, okay, start. We will go deep as deep as we can, and we will just ignore little creatures so they won't bug us too much. I just want to demonstrate you what happens when you are out of fuel. It will take some time, but I think this will be a really nice ending for this stream. Thanks for watching, everyone. We still have some time to show you a thing or two, and if you are into this game, you can play the demo yourself, and also on Steam right now, and it will be available as long as Steam Summerfest goes on. And when it ends, you can continue playing on your mobile device. It's available on Android and iOS, and it's basically the same game, and you can experience crossplay. Okay, I believe we didn't see this one before, but basically this is also one of the creatures that are not too strong. Okay, this is a really good demonstration of the perk, or no, it's achievement. I'm now expert in hiding, and I'm collecting the prize. So as you can see, it has numbers. So you have chameleon 1, 2 and 3, and when you have 3, you can expect to get some perk that will give you some boost at certain situations. So what I want to do now is to get as fast as I can to the one of the really dangerous locations on this map. And okay, Toothless Hake. I know how this one is called. Like, you don't need to be Einstein to know. And just for fun, we will fight with it. Okay, it didn't show too much resistance, so we were able to kill it quite fast. And now I have a little addition to my to my bestiary. We are really smart when it comes to naming the creatures, like Horny Crucian, and we have a whole bunch of really funny names for all kinds of creatures. Okay, so without further ado, we will continue with our quest to find the ultimate dangerous place on this map. Okay, I'm not into mood to fight, but you don't always have the opportunity to hide, because this is a chance-based thing based on your stats. So sometimes you just not able to hide. Okay, what I'm trying to do is to go over here. It will take some time, but I will try to do it as fast as I can. Yeah, not too much resistance for 17th level of the Ichthi. But, well, I think if I would have a less powerful suit, it would end not that great for me, and I wouldn't be able to showcase you much of the stuff. Okay. One of the cool things I like is how the soundtrack goes like a little bit less loud when you open up the menus. It's kind of cool, but sometimes when the soundtrack changes too many times. Okay. The thing about dungeons is that you can't visit them too often. Like, they have some cooldown time. Okay. Another hammerhead shark that is really into killing us. So let's take a look if we will be able to defeat it. I'm quite sure we will be able to defeat it. But for a less developed character, these kind of creatures, they are really nasty, and they will probably make a dent or two inside of your skull. Okay, we have another chainsaw shark, not shark, but fish. Let's see what it has in its sleeves. It doesn't have any sleeves, just manner of speech. I still think that we will be able to defeat it. Oh yeah, the new soundtrack. Okay, this looks not too great to my taste. The soundtrack has been revised a few times, and we are still trying things with sounds for specific elements and specific levels, for example for the base itself and for the ocean, for the bottle. So yeah, some of the soundtrack pieces have been from the like stayed the same from the very beginning. Some have changed and they don't remind you of some chiptune stuff. Okay, this creature dwells in this square cell of the ocean all the time. So when you're trying to enter this narrow place, it always is there waiting for you and trying to make you suffer. And generally it is a very tough opponent to fight with. I think the source of the power for that sawfish is its inner anger against the nature that mutated it in such a horrible way. But generally I think that it just swallowed it, and it works on fuel that is still inside of this system. One of the things that you should pay attention to while you're inside of this part of the ocean is that this area is highly irradiated. So my advice would be take some pills with you that will remove rats, unless you want to glow when you pee. Okay. We have another electric eel, or how exactly it's called. My brains are almost fried by this time. Well, it didn't show much resistance, so we were able to kill it quite easily. And let's take a look at the map. I think that we have reached the limit so far, so we need to go upper. And what we're going to visit right now, the place is a total nightmare. It's the most dangerous dungeon or cave, as we call it, on the current map. So yeah, don't go there unless you are prepared. Let's take a look at this creature, what it has in its sleeve. Well, not too much. Like, different creatures, they have special attacks. They can attack you with electricity, they can cover you with ink, or do other stuff with you that you would normally try to avoid. Okay, so this dungeon is currently called really mysteriously A5. Oh, I just missed the button I was intended to push. So we'll have to try another one and see what this creature is all about. Seems like I have met it before. Yeah, Crucians are something that I might still showcase you a little bit later. So let's try and enter the dungeon this time. Oh, seems like I just got killed by the radiation, which was a perfect ending, right? Okay. It seems like I failed to show you the dungeon at the moment, but I think I will be able to show you something else just as a bonus. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to take anti-red pills because I have used the one I have crafted previously. So let's craft another one and equip it. Oh no, I had one, but this one is more powerful. Okay guys, we will go on our last quest to show you a few more mean creatures, and when it's done I think that will be the end of the stream, but for now we will try to not get asleep too fast and dehydrated. Yes, I want to run to get out of fuel as fast as I can to showcase you another mechanic which will certainly please people who are into darker themes. Okay, we will hide ourselves from these little pesky creatures because they are not good enough for us to fight with. Okay, we were able to collect some currency from the whales. So as you have might have noticed before, the currency in this game are shells that are generally called cowries. Okay, another clam for us to fight with. Giant clam. We will hide from it and we'll continue to try and locate a more mean and tough enemy that will blow your mind. Generally, really bad things start to happen when you reach distance of 1000. This is where things get nasty. Until then, you are more or less safe, unless you are equipped with paper suit, which is... I'm almost out of fuel, so I will save it just a little bit, because I don't want to be out of it too soon. So while you're traveling, you can check out what is your... Okay, we have met another turtle. This looks a little bit less intimidating and has a funny name. Okay, I'm not really sure what type of attack it does, but thank God I was able to kill it. So we're getting closer to a more dangerous part of the map. And while we're at it, I will collect some gold I missed to collect previously. Okay, we have lionfish over here, and I haven't researched it much yet. Oh, my English gets worse when I when I talk too much for extended periods of time. Okay, we won't take too much time fighting it. We will... Oh, I'm almost out of fuel and I won't be able to continue. So, what happens when you're out of fuel? Option 1, you should wait while your fuel regenerator will regenerate fuel for yourself. Yeah, thank you, Wapa Kwapa. We really appreciate your feedback on art. This is really something that we put much effort into. So, getting back to the fuel. As you can see, we had just one point of fuel just a second ago, and now it's 2, because we were able to regenerate some thanks to this device. And the other option is to commit a honorable suicide, which I will do right now, because this is like the perfect ultimate ending for this stream. Bye bye. Yeah. Suicide is painless. It brings on many changes. Yeah. This game has some vibe to it, some black humor. Okay, guys. So I really appreciate everyone who was able to take some time and watch what we do here, and we will be able to talk to you on Steam, in Community Hub, in on our Discords. So please, I would ask my team to post the Discord link again, so anyone who is into it will be able to join us. We are really friendly. We talk to everyone on our Facebook, on our Instagram, on our YouTube. Wherever we have pages, we talk to people there, and we really appreciate feedback that you're giving us. This is basically the reason why we were able to make this game better, is thanks to our beta players and alpha players, the guys like Dark Cobra and other guys who are currently watching this. They are our beloved old players who were like, so to speak, out, were with us from the very beginning, and we're really looking forward to introduce new players into the game. So if you liked it, you can play it on Steam using the play the demo that will be available throughout this week, and also you can play it on your Android device and iOS device. Just type Taravana, like the same name as on Steam, just without Deep Ocean Survival, because we have different extended names, additional names for different platforms. And enjoy the game. Share your feedback on Discord or in any way you're comfortable with, and we will certainly reply to you, and we will try to do our best and use your feedback to make the game better. Thank you, guys. My name is Igor. I was your host today, and thanks to everyone who was watching the stream. I think it's a good time for me to go to sleep because it's almost midnight over here. And thanks for everyone who was able to watch the stream. Thanks to the team. See you soon.